we should use it more often. Can you leave it again, maybe? Like when she gets
You're
mouthy.
fired.
Shh, you gotta be quiet. You can't say anything.
Fired.
Ooh,
It's not bad. Not bad today. Much
actually one
better.
of the-
So it was 151 over
ones.
109 yesterday.
That was just last night.
The
So
pulse is about the same as 108. Well, it's, you know, it's because Paris is here. So.
I know Paris excites me. She makes my heart get all
You're so sweet.
gushy.
Let's take this off, but that's actually one of the best blood pressures we've had. Usually when I'm here with you, it's in the 140s or 150s.
So this is awesome.
Say?
You know what
Where's the
was
part?
weird is at first, like when I got on this last dosage, it was a little rough, you know, because I'm weaning off the fentanyl down. And I had been on the same dosage for like, you know, a couple weeks. Then all of a sudden it hit me harder. And it was like out of nowhere. I wasn't, you know, you don't think that it would happen. It should have shown up, you know, immediately. Yeah.
But it waited in secret hiding.
They did. Right now, when I rocked in my blood pressure last night, it was like 150.
Yeah, 151 over 109.
Yeah.
That's
And then I think your
That's
pulse was
high,
like
right?
105 was a pulse.
105.
And you were,
Something like that.
yeah.
And also, what happened is I fractured here, and then I fractured here.
Wait, is that new? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So they did a second x-ray?
Yeah, the doctor did, and then I have a hairline. It's only a hairline, you know, but hairline. And so like when I talk or breathe, it was hurting just to talk. I'm kind of adjusted to that. But if I do a deep breath, I have to like hold here and go, you know, like that. And what has been happening lately, I went to my doctor and I've been, I don't know if you want to say that.
Of course I do. Of course. Here. Is it on your, here, I'll come
I'll
on.
just show you. It's not pretty.
It's going to
But
document
it's hard to see. It's, if you can tell, it's edema, and by the reflection of the light, it's what it does is it starts going up my leg, and now it's gotten to the point where you see that this.
Okay, so
It's
those are not
stretching.
scratches?
No,
Okay.
it's been my
It's
skin
like
is
stretch
ripping.
marks in a weird way.
Okay.
You know, I've
Can I
had
feel it?
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, and the thing is, this edema, it hurts because what happened before, I've had edema before, but this time what is a little different, you know how the body doesn't always do the same thing, you know, it's hard to anticipate. And the last time edema happened, I didn't have, I mean, this is a few years ago that I had very bad edema again. My skin never tore. But this time
around,
my skin has thinned out of nowhere. That never happened before. And so just the water pulling, it's starting to split the skin open. That's why it's going higher and higher. I mean, it looks like scratch marks.
but it's
Didn't touch it. And we actually took a picture, and then it was only down here. And since the edema is traveling, it's up to here now.
on that leg
Both
as
of
well,
them.
both.
Yeah.
It looks like road rash or something.
And
you know?
we had the blood work done, and it seems the doctor is thinking that because, you know, I eat throughout the day, but I think I was eating more carbs during the day, and I eat proteins later. I mean, there's protein in the day, but he thinks it's not enough maybe, and that's what's causing this. So I have to, what we're doing is we're going to increase the protein and see hopefully how long it takes. But what's weird, Paris, like all these marks, like Rod tapped me on accident and instantly it will go black. So it's, you can, do you see the shine?
Yes, I do.
That's the reflection. And it happens, and so I've been elevating and everything. They even tried water pill.
Nothing.
So
You gotta get muscle in there.
yeah, and also just keep increasing, you know. I think you know, when during the day your body needs more carbohydrates sometimes and you might gravitate towards it. That's what I think I was doing. It's not like I wouldn't have protein, but he's saying maybe it's not enough. Yeah.
Okay.
So we
You got the
immediately
eggs
changed
that
it.
have the albumin, remember? So
Yeah,
your
that's
albumin's
right.
probably low
Yeah.
too.
Because albumin, it's something like egg whites are 100%
I was
albumin.
gonna say,
Is it?
Yeah, it's the egg whites.
It is, right? I don't know just which protein. I'm just gonna add them, you know, all over. Okay. You know. So, I
just
mean,
don't take bites out of me. I hear you.
Yeah, right. I told Rod, I'm all, you're gonna make a good snack later. I'm like, come here, beefy. Let me have some muscles. Like sometimes we can get edema. It doesn't hurt. This is the kind that if you touch it and it's been
your
pitting.
skin, you can feel it kind of stretching, right?
Yeah, and what's really weird is like my skin gets really smooth to where it's with water. Is that what happens?
Yeah.
And then it goes, when you see the dry spots.
Yes. Is your skin, we call it weeping. Does that happen? It's kind of like your skin is like sweating, but it's because of the fluid underneath. But I'm not sure if that happens with
sweating.
you.
No,
okay.
No, I
like
haven't
no
been
droplets
sweating.
coming out. Okay,
that's interesting. It's
we call it weeping. Usually with patients with severe swelling, cellulitis, the extra water has to go somewhere, so it tries to get out.
Right.
But that's what we would call it. But you haven't had any of that. No.
So all the swelling, then we'll reassess on the PT. But I do get speech therapy back.
Yay!
Thank you so much, honey. But no, I totally understand. I have to wait for the fluid and just to make sure things are good. That is totally good. But it's a start. Thank you.
How has your lab work been?
Oh,
I'm gonna readjust this really.
There were some like they're saying that the reason a lot of the things that are happening, they did a test and they're finding it was called alkaline phosphatate something, and it shows that it's all these problems are
phosphatate.
And it can come from your liver or your bones, and they found it's coming from my bones, all these problems that are coming out. So he wants to run a test. He asked, do I have to be quiet?
That pumped up pretty high.
Well, he was basically saying as long as she still has the amenorrhea, then she's going to have some issues. So it's like the push to get the big P back.
But I'm already at an age where I might not get it back either way.
Well,
you know? I've been in menopause for a very long time. Do you have any other recommendations for edema that you know of? Because it's such a tricky thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Besides elevating and Lasix, there's really nothing.
Much, yeah.
Exactly. And I remember me and you were talking in text, and you were talking about the protein being in the blood, like protein in the blood, and that
protein antibodies or whatever. She tried the compressions, you know, to put like a wrap over, but we did that about a year ago, and I don't think that you remembered.
No, I vaguely
And then
do.
I said, don't go too tight, because then it starts to hurt and you take it off. Now actually more swollen than you were before you put it on in the first place.
Those things hurt.
Yeah.
And then she had like this waffle wrap looking thing on her leg, because it's all creased and on her skin.
And the thing is, that it kind of edema, it hurts, you know.
Yes.
Sometimes I know people get edema, but it doesn't hurt as much, right? Sometimes?
Yeah. Sometimes they're just not painful, you know, at all. And then others, it can be painful.
Why does that happen? Like, see, I'm obnoxious.
Yeah,
I'm a woman, guys. You need to know everything.
I think it's always like a response to your body in some degree.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're not balanced somewhere.
Remember when they said that you need the carbohydrate? Do you remember that? It was like several years ago.
I think it's more protein related than
carbohydrates. No, I know, but like I'm talking like 6, 7, like a long time ago. Doesn't that happen where you get that third spacing?
Yeah, and that's exactly what I was thinking about. I didn't want to say it because I'm like, wait, it's called like interstitial spacing. So that's what I'm thinking. What I want to say is, because you know how there's blood in your vessels and then there's blood outside of your vessels. Right. So that's the makeup of your body. What I want to say is that there's always like, have you ever heard of a thing called concentration gradient? So where your body tries to be balanced at all times. Right. You know, of this blood outside and then enough of the blood inside the vessels, and they try to be balanced. So for example, if you have a lot of protein outside, it'll try to go inside of your vessels, and then vice versa. Vessels, if there's not a lot of protein outside the vessels, it'll just move out of the vessel into the body. Like it kind of, it tries to create a balance. And that's what we call like that third spacing, like the interstitial spacing.
Some people color for distraction.
I know.
You watch documentaries.
I love documentaries.
90s rappers. So.
Not just that. You know, I watch documentaries from all over. I'm like, I don't watch like, he will joke with me. He's like, watch something like light or something. I'm like forensic science. You know, I'm like, he gets on, stop it. I'm like, but I love this. You know why? Because you know when it's kind of weird, like when you're in a fog for so long, and I've always been curious, it was like my brain woke up and it wants to eat everything. Why is this? What is it? And you have a daughter.
Yes.
You're like, you and Rachael gonna drive me crazy. Why, Paris? Why?
Yeah,
you know, like,
that's funny.
Take care, though. You take care.
And get that
And then
sweet
your lab
Mariah.
results.
Yes, I will send to you.
Okay.
So thank you once again, you guys, for your support and your hearts, and all of you guys that have spent the time to keep up with what's going on with Rachel's recovery. Truly appreciate, and we'll keep the ball inching forward until she's recovered, and then we just get our freedom back and we're able to travel and do whatever we want with our lives. So looking forward to those times, but right now we're in the grind. You guys are in the grind, doing your own thing in your own worlds out there. Keep grinding forward, you guys, okay? We're gonna make this all work. Love ya. Back to the living room. All right, go guys, go, 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 go. Come on, let's get it. Let's get it.